let's say that Bob works in construction, and he's working in a high-rise building, and he drops a piece of plywood out of the window, and it lands on the windshield of Sam's car. And as a result of that plywood landing on Sam's windshield, his view is obstructed, and he can't see where he's going, and he swerves, and he hits a parked car, and he's injured, his car is injured, and the other person's car is injured. We can say that but for Bob dropping the plywood out of the window and obstructing Sam's view, Sam and his car and the other car would not have been injured. So we can say that Bob's action is the cause and fact of Sam's injuries and the injuries that resulted to the other car. Proximate causation, as you read, attempts to cut off liability when the injuries are too remotely connected to the defendant's actions. In the famous case that established proximate causation, a man was running to catch a train, and he had a package wrapped in brown paper that he was carrying. The train had just started taking off. The conductor, pulled the man onto the train, and as they pulled him onto the train, he dropped his box, and the box hit the railroad tracks and exploded because the box contained fireworks. Scales from the fireworks went across the platform and landed on a lady named Mrs. Palsgraf, and she was injured. She had burns from the scales of the fireworks. So she filed a negligence claim against the railroad company, claiming that the conductors were negligent in helping the man on the train, and that was the cause of her injuries, because if they would have never helped him on the train, the man would have never dropped the box, which contained the fireworks, which exploded, and scales landed on her. But in that case, the court said that the defendant's actions, the actions of the conductors, were too remotely connected to the injuries of Mrs. Palsgraf. That the defendant, the conductors, could not have foreseen that the man running to catch the train had fireworks in the box that he was carrying. So it cut off the liability of the defendant in that situation based off of foreseeability. So the court didn't, while it established the concept of proximate causation in that case, it did not find that proximate causation was met.